Welcome back, beautiful family. Today I want to share with you a very delicious homemade bread with guayaba that I know you guys are going to love it, and it's perfect for this cold weather. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. To prepare this amazing sweet bread of guayaba, these are the ingredients. I have vanilla extract, yeast, butter, of course, the guayaba paste. I have here the granulated sugar, 1 egg, regular milk, all-purpose flour. This is everything we need to make this delicious and amazing guayaba sweet bread. So let's get started. I want to start here preparing the yeast. I have the warm milk, the granulated sugar, the yeast. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the sugar into the warm milk and the yeast, and I am going to let it rest so it starts activated and getting nice and foamy. Here I'm adding my all-purpose flour to my bowl. I'm going to use my stand mixer to make this delicious and amazing bread with guava. I added a pinch of salt, and now I am ready to remove it and put it on my stand mixer. Here I have 1 egg at room temperature. I'm adding my vanilla extract, and I'm going to go ahead and whisk it, incorporate it completely. Remember, all your ingredients need to be at room temperature. The milk needs to be nice and warm. And here it is. Look at this. I have the butter. I have the egg. I have the foamy already. The liquid nice and foamy. It is nice and activated. I'm going to add everything into my stand mixer, into the flour, the butter, and I am going to start mixing for about 10 minutes. Start gradually, slowly, until everything starts incorporating and start seeing the dough getting nice and thick, and seeing that it's creating a ball of dough. Look at this. Remember, if you're doing it by hand, it's going to take about 30 minutes. And now the surface of my table is nice and clean. I'm going to add a little bit of the all-purpose flour. I'm going to knead my dough just a little bit for 5 minutes. Remember, it's nice and sticking to the bowl. That's okay. I'm going to pull it apart, making sure that I get everything from the inside. And I'm going to knead it for about 5 minutes. It really doesn't take too long because the stand mixer does all the job. And here you just want to make sure that the dough doesn't stick to the palms or to your hands. And now when the dough is nice and soft, now it's time to put it back on the bowl, inside the bowl, and let it rest for 1 hour. You don't need to add anything else, okay? Don't add any all-purpose flour into the bowl or butter it or put oil. Just like that, just put the ball of dough into the bowl and then cover it. Let it rest for 1 hour. And it's going to get nice and puffy, nice and soft. And that's when you are going to be able to start rolling it out. But here I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to put it near my stove where it's nice and warm and let it rest for 1 hour. Of course, I want to continue with my guava paste that I'm going to start slicing like this and then cubing it in small little pieces, because I'm going to take it to the microwave for about 4 minutes, making sure that it's getting nice and soft so that it becomes like a jam. Because now the consistency of the guava, it's nice and thick, and we don't want it nice and thick. We want it like a jam, nice and so that you are able to spread it on the on the dough. So I'm gonna take it to the microwave for about 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna go ahead, put it in here. It's nice and hot, and I'm gonna start mixing it so it gets nice like a jam. So I'm just gonna mix it until it's nice and creamy. I didn't add any liquid. I didn't add any butter. I just went and took it into the microwave for about 4 to 5 minutes so it gets really nice and creamy. Look at this. It's still nice and hot. Okay, once you have it like this, put it aside, and then let's get the dough out. It really doubled in size. It looks really fluffy, but now we are going to start rolling it out. Add just a little bit. You don't add too much of the all-purpose flour to the bottom. I'm making a cylinder, and then I'm ready to start rolling it out. Look at this. It has a lot of bubbles, and that's how you know that the yeast was really good. And now I am ready to just spread everything on the top. I'm adding all my guava right on the top, making sure that I leave a little bit of border so that it sticks. You could still see little pieces of the guava, and now I'm ready to start rolling it in thick spaces. Look at this. Don't roll it too tight. And then this little edge I am going to pinch so that nothing comes out when it's in the oven. I'm gonna pinch it one more time, making sure that it really sticks to each other. And now I am going to remove the little edges, and I'm gonna try and make 6 pieces out of this dough. These breads really come out so delicious. They come out really crispy from the outside, but yet really fluffy and delicious from the inside. I have my baking dish here with some non-stick paper on the bottom, and I'm gonna start putting my pieces into my baking dish. I have already preheated my oven to 350 Fahrenheit, and they're gonna go in the oven for 35 minutes. Once you put them in the oven, don't open your oven. Always preheat your oven. I'm going to add 1 egg and a little bit of water for the egg wash right on the top of these delicious and amazing guava bread. I'm gonna put it aside. I'm gonna let them rest for about maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna cover them with plastic, and then I'm just gonna lay right on the top a kitchen towel and let it rest for about 5 minutes, okay? 5 to 30 minutes. And now I am ready to just start and adding the egg wash right on the top, making sure that you cover all the texture of the dough on the top. This is going to help it get really nice and golden brown from the top. My family really love these amazing guava bread. It's nice and cold here in California, so we are really going to enjoy them. Remember, always preheat your oven. So now I am ready to put it in the oven, and then I'll see you back in 35 minutes. Look at this. Nice and golden, nice and crispy from the top. They look amazing, and the aroma, oh my gosh, my home really smells delicious. And now I am ready to start putting them on the plate of the presentation, but I'm gonna show you how they look from the inside. The bread is really nice and crispy from the outside, but yet from the inside you could really see the little squirrels of the guava. Look at this. Amazing. With the glass or a cup of hot cocoa or coffee, enjoying it. I'm ready for the presentation. I'll see you in a bit. My friends, I am completely done with this amazing sweet guayaba bread made at home with lots of love. This is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. Of course, it's nice and cold here in California, and I am going to enjoy it with a nice and hot coffee. But this is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. I cut it, I sliced it right in small little pieces. I wish you guys were here to taste it with me. Excuse me. Just perfection made at home. It's so cold here in California that this guayaba bread is really crispy from the outside, but from the center, it's really fluffy, and the flavor of the guayaba, just amazing. I hope, my friends, you make it and you enjoy it with your family like I enjoyed here with my family. Just perfection made at home. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share this video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell, and if you did, leave it activated. So every time I make an amazing recipe like I did today, yes, you're going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. I love you guys. Thank you for being part of Cooking with Gloria. Like, subscribe, and share. And of course, see you on my next amazing recipe. Bye-bye.